Hello. Hello, everybody. Hi. Hello. welcome. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oops, hit my mic to the stream and to 1 year officially on Asians Under a Typhoon book club. I'm happy to be here. Very happy. And it's going to be really fun. I have the Jasmine Throne right here. Right here. It's looking real pretty, and I'm actually nope. I'm actually really excited to be talking to you guys about the Jasmine Throne, because it was a great read and definitely very thick, as you can see. Not really truly what I was expecting in terms of size and book length. Definitely had to go between kind of my Kindle and the book because it was just so thick that I didn't really want to carry it wherever I went. So it's kind of why. I'm going to um, that's right, post this on Instagram that we are officially live. So let's go on Instagram and also Discord. If you guys are not in our Discord, do join. My computer is really slow for some reason, so okay. So we're officially announced. I already announced it on Twitter, so I hope everybody can come in and join the fun. Wow, my computer is so slow. I don't know why. Yes, we love that. We love that. Pretty much though, I actually, so what I've been planning to do is pretty much update my Goodreads so that it, like I pretty much update it after the live show just because I kind of like want to give like a full review of the book um after officially I do the live show and we discuss it and everything. So everybody smile. It's just me. So yeah, um, basically, I did quite enjoy the Jasmine Throne, and I thought it was actually really interesting. Definitely, though, very slow-ish in the beginning, which I don't know explains the five almost 600 page book that is. So um, definitely not expecting that, but I think um, especially like I think the one thing I enjoyed was the fantasy aspect and the fact that this was also a sapphic romance. I feel like definitely don't read a lot of sapphic romance on a daily basis, so very much interesting. Um, yeah, and I think the one thing that I want to mention is first off, congratulations to all our giveaway winners that won the Jasmine Throne paperback, similar to this baby, a while back on in the beginning of August. So pretty much three giveaway winners were announced on Twitter, winning officially the Jasmine Throne paperback, and It was really beautiful. And definitely, um, I think this is definitely a really good book to have won in a giveaway. So congratulations to everybody who won. And yeah, let's start talking about it. First off, like I said in the beginning, it was definitely a lot slower than expected, and I think definitely one of the things that I found, I guess, during um, during the book. Wow, my laptop is so slow. I don't know what's going on. Hello, can you work, please? Something is going on. I'm not liking it. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. It's so slow. I can barely catch up. I don't know what's going on. Basically, this was definitely a lot slower than I expected. And I think that while I definitely enjoyed it, I think that one of the biggest things that why I decided to rate it only 4 stars is kind of the pace of the book. Definitely very good as a book itself, which is why I gave it 4 stars. But I think overall, it I would have liked it if it was more fast paced, if you will. Definitely, though, the pace does get faster. So I mean, not like it's always so slow. Um, and I do enjoy the fact that there's different point of views. I think, as slowly as we see kind of the royalty side of it and kind of Priya in general, just like finding, not really finding, but going through her journey in this book. I don't know if there should be spoilers in this video, but um, definitely another thing that I really enjoyed is um, the fantasy, but as well as the immersive Indian related kind of history, not history, kind of mythology, I guess. But in general, this fantasy world, it was really enjoyable. I really did like it. And in general, Tasha Suri's language throughout is very strong, and I actually really enjoyed the way she writes the Jasmine Throne, and kind of in combination has this just really nice way of flowing the words together, and the background, the history of the world, as well as the characters. It kind of just flows together, and that's what I really liked about it. So it was definitely really nice, and I loved the fact that Priya and Ma- Malini kind of came together. And we got to just see, I don't come to yeah, yeah, and the relationship was definitely, like, you can just see it's just so nice, and the kind of magical aspect of the characters. I really liked the way Tasha Suri definitely wrote this book, so very much enjoyed. Um, if you're hearing that sound, I'm sorry, it's my laptop. I don't know what's going on. Today is just not it for my laptop. So yeah, but really enjoyed that. I think for one, I really did like how the just fantasy aspect, and how you can really see the difference between kind of like the hierarchy of the world. We have Malini in kind of that royalty aspect, and then Priya in kind of a servant style class. So I did enjoy seeing kind of the different separation of each of the characters, and how they actually, Priya and Malini, kind of came together in the end, and how it was actually really nice. And I really very much enjoyed that, them coming together, their relationship together, and how, slowly their relationship formed to work together and everything. So I enjoyed that. I did. Let me drink some coffee. Oops. I definitely think that the Jasmine Throne has a lot of detail. You just really need to look at the attention to detail. It's like such a big book that sometimes I definitely found myself kind of getting lost in it, and so I would have to reread, which is why it actually took me a lot longer than expected to really finish this book. But in the end, I did quite enjoy it, and I liked kind of the way uh, the storyline flow together. If you guys didn't know, basically something is happening uh, in terms of the, I don't know, the royalty, the empire. Sorry, empire. I keep forgetting. It's like I finished this a few days ago, but my brain sometimes just doesn't work super strongly in terms of remembering books or perhaps characters' names. Um, yeah, but I think the one thing that I did enjoy is kind of how if you guys didn't know, there are actually multiple points of views in the story, which is kind of what makes it so interesting. I think definitely their relationships with each other were so complex, complicated, and their actions throughout were like, it wasn't very specific. It was kind of like here and there, which is what I really liked about the story. And I think the one thing that I also really enjoyed is the fact that um, kind of the way their relationships were written, you can kind of see throughout the story how there was so much different types of control going out around, and how they had to learn to trust each other, kind of like a royalty, a princess, and kind of a servant. So very much interesting, and I do really like Malini, and um, how throughout the story her relationship towards her family as well, and kind of the empire. Very interesting. This was definitely a book that I didn't realize would have a lot of trigger warnings. If you guys didn't know, I searched this up, but some trigger warnings are blood, gore, violence, some murder. I don't want to say some. Murder, poison, torture, executions, homophobia, because this is a sapphic romance, and of course, there's always going to be family members or people within the book that have complications with such relationships and everything. There's also abuse, suicidal thoughts, and a little bit more. I'm not going to go through the whole list, but there are lists if you guys want to check it out on Goodreads, and you can definitely find there. Um, yeah, this was definitely a very complicated book. I feel like my laptop is broken, is what's going on. Where am I? There I am. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. I would love to say I know what's going on, but I literally do not. I do not. I do not know what's happening. So sorry. Where was I? This is such a mess. I'm so sorry. I think okay. First, I definitely want to talk about just the fact that Malini and her brother, I don't know his name. I definitely did not like him from the start. Definitely, um, and I think that especially with Malini's brother, I don't know his name. Sorry, but I just didn't like the way he was, and kind of the way he was treating Malini, kind of just poorly, I guess. Definitely don't know how to explain that very well, but kind of the way he treated Malini about kind of the way she was, and in the beginning, kind of like pushing her to, I don't really know how to say, do stuff or not do, like try to do stuff, but in the end, definitely, I definitely didn't like him. And we can tell that throughout the book, their relationship was just really bad and abusive in a way. So that definitely don't like that. And I don't know if he was the king or something. literally don't know, but he was just not great. And I think one of the reasons why I had such trouble getting used to this in the beginning was primarily because of him. Like, I really just did not want to read Malini's parts in the beginning because I didn't like hearing about the brother very much. And kind of the harsh ways that he treated Malini, drugging her, kind of, I don't know, just not making her feel good and like kind of torturing her a little bit or a lot, to be honest. And so it's just really not something that I really much liked. But I think the good thing is the fact that it, as we slowly kind of move forward, the plot changed a lot. And so that was definitely much better. But I think one thing that we found was that the way Priya and Malini came together, their connection to each other, and the fact that um, really their similarities were really strong. They were definitely very much similar to each other, even though they definitely came from very different class. And so one of the biggest things that I found was kind of the fact that the power and themselves, the traditions and everything kind of going away, and then just kind of them coming together and trying to fix, I guess, in a way, the empire was definitely very interesting. And how a lot of these are very political reasoning, and that's kind of why it was very interesting, but also one of the reasons why, while it was a very good book and I did enjoy it and I did give it 4 stars, this was just a book that, um, coming together, was something that, while I did enjoy it, could have, I don't know, like, I liked it and all, but I definitely felt that with the plot and everything and the way Tasha Suri kind of wrote it, it flowed very much together. And while I don't really have much of a complaint, and the fact that this is also the first book in a series, so there is going to be more, I kind of can't wait to see what, throughout the empire, if you will, what is going to happen with Malini and Tasha. I mean, not Tasha, Priya, sorry, not the author. Priya and Malini kind of coming together and seeing, these awful characters, but like what's going to happen to them, as well as kind of like in general what's going to happen to Malini and Priya. Sorry, as per usual, forgetting. Let me check. I know there's some part that I liked. It was towards the end. Oh, another point that I found that I really wanted to mention is the fact that, as a princess, I felt like sometimes she wasn't treated as one, and definitely can be blamed by her brother and kind of the way he was treating her. And I feel like that kind of also was shown through these servants, and how throughout her relationship with everybody in the kingdom, it was not good. It was terrible. It was terrible. So kind of wish that, she lived in a better environment. And, well, kind of sad, but yeah. And that's definitely why I can tell that the Priya and Malini definitely had a connection. Their relationship towards family were terrible. They were abused, they were tortured and everything. And that's why they came together. Definitely can see that they were definitely very cute together. And I cannot wait for book 2. to see kind of what happens. Definitely very interesting. By the way, if you guys have any opinions and thoughts really about the Jasmine Throne, definitely comment that down below. I would love to hear all about what you guys thought about the book and kind of the plot. I definitely know that this was definitely unlike books that I have read in the past. This was definitely very interesting, and from in the this kind of wants me to read S.A. Chakraborty's books, the City of Brass. I'm sorry, City of Brass. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, and it actually is S.A. Chakraborty did write something on the cover, which was very interesting. So, but definitely something that I'm interested in reading. But I just need to get in that fantasy grind. I love fantasy, but I haven't been reading fantasy much. Um, so yeah, this was definitely one that I haven't actually fully read. Not this book. Like fantasy, I just need to get that push to read these days. I've been more in a like a contemporary-ish feeling towards books these days, but definitely very glad that we chose the Jasmine Throne as our August and 1 year anniversary book club book pick. Um, it was definitely very good, and I really enjoyed Tasha Suri's writing and how everything flowed together and how she kind of are totally separate. Malini and Priya, they're totally different. One is a princess, one is working as a servant. Totally forgot what she actually did. But then they came together because of their similarities, even though truthfully they're actually totally different. So I very much enjoyed that. I need to take a break because it's cold. I also think I can't speak today. Sorry. I also think that a really big part of this was getting the different point of views that we got. Um, so we got Malini and Priya, our two main characters. We also got Rao, who I totally forgot who he is. Bhumika, everybody getting Rao. I don't know if we got. Basically, I don't remember anything about this book, even though I finished it a few days to almost a week ago. Um, so it's definitely been a while since I actually picked this up, and I was going like I said, I told you guys I was going to write my review after the live show, which is definitely very true. I don't at all want to write the review during, or at least before, just because I do want to talk about my thoughts about the Jasmine Throne with you guys. So, yeah, that's kind of one of the main reasons why I decided to hold off really of writing my review. So yeah, definitely probably a good decision in my part, I feel. But yeah, I think also kind of a big part of it was just the fact that, we are introduced to our characters, and I also just feel like a big part of, I think, the things that we saw with Priya and Malini was kind of just interesting. I mean, I I really don't know what to say, to be honest, about um you know about the Jasmine Throne. I think that I feel like, although I haven't been on a very fantasy-esque grind or interest these days, definitely glad that you guys picked this book, um, because I feel like kind of the aspect of Indian mythology and also fantasy based on Indian history, very interesting, and I very much enjoyed that. I think, especially, um, I really enjoyed kind of. I'm at loss. I'm trying to figure out in my notes that I wrote on my notes app what I liked. I think I mainly talked about what I liked. But I think that, especially with kind of the way everything happened, and how throughout these, like the plot and how different like each of them kind of were, I guess. Like Priya, she was in, I know it starts with an A. Let me go to the beginning. It mentions, I'm trying to find what it's called. Oh, on a Hiranya. Sorry, that took me a while. But I definitely kind of think that different. Oh, sorry. The the way the Aharanya kind of suffered in the beginning, and we got an introduction of that. It kind of added to the storyline a little bit, and how we got to see that with Priya, and how she was really helpful in the beginning. If you guys remember, in the beginning of the story, she helps a boy named something. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, what is his name? Ugh, I can't believe I cannot find it. Sorry, everybody. Sorry. Oh my god. Where is it? Gautam, I believe his name. Rook. Sorry, not Gautam. That's not the right person. Rook. How in the beginning, as an Aharanya, they talked about how the rot cannot transfer between people, which is very interesting. I think the way, kind of the background, especially that we got with um Priya and getting introduction of how who she is, very very interesting, and I really did enjoy that, kind of that aspect of the fantasy as well, and who Priya really is, and how the abilities, if you will, and how she helped Malini in a way, how they both helped each other, really. So, very much really enjoyed kind of them coming together and everything. Yeah. And kind of like as an Aharanya, I believe that's what it's called, and how there's really a lot of power behind that, which is why, um, throughout the book, you can really see that Priya is actually a lot more powerful than who she really is and what she says about herself. So I really enjoyed that, and kind of them coming together and finding the abilities and everything. Definitely a good book, and I definitely think that it was very nice, very worth it, I guess. I did enjoy that. I think that, um, them just coming together. Definitely still though really really enjoyed the way that they were split up into point of views. We could get the different kind of people and their thoughts, and kind of the different, like we have Priya, who's an Aharanya, ah, Aharani. Sorry, I don't even know what that word. There's Aharani or Aharanya. I don't know if I'm even it's right. Um, and then we kind of have the skill set of both Priya and Malini, and how they're both really strong women. Um, of different different upbringings, but then the similarities and the fact that really, although they were brought up differently, they're very similar in terms of family being tortured by family, which is heartbreaking, absolutely. Um, and so I think that that really shows the characters and kind of the way this story progressed, and how this, I don't know if I should call it hatred or not. I don't know, but yeah, very interesting. Um, I definitely felt that the relationship between Malini and Priya was very interesting. Their romance, I guess, because this is a sapphic romance. Um, I think that it was like really cute as well, um, but definitely very heartbreaking, because there were so many moments with each other that they were definitely like, this can't ever happen. I'm a monster, or, like talking about how it's like very heartbreaking. And I really did enjoy their relationship together, because they're so different, yet they came together, their romance and their problems together, which I definitely very much enjoyed. Yeah, it was really cute. But that's all the pointers that I have. If you guys want to comment down below what you guys thought about the Jasmine Throne, I would love to hear it, because this was definitely very a thick book. Very thick book, as you can see. Very, very thick. Very much enjoyable, though. 4 stars for me. A lot more in depth reading that you kind of have to do. But it was a very, very good, in my opinion, and I did enjoy it, and I think you guys would too. Uh, so if it's something that you're interested in, this is also good as an ebook, which is how I read it in the beginning, because I was going out a lot and I couldn't just take my 500-page book like this. Like, there is a difference. So really glad that I got it on Kindle as well. Um, very enjoyable, very, very enjoyable. And yeah, so I just want to say it has only been 35 minutes, but unfortunately, it is just me. So I would love to hear what you guys thought about the Jasmine Throne down below. Comment that down below. Any thoughts? If you guys liked it, if you guys didn't like it, what your thoughts were with Priya, Malini, the character in general, the plot, Tasha Suri's writing, anything. So comment that down below. Also, if you guys are interested in joining us for future live shows, hit the subscribe button down below and also the like button. And I would love to hear what you guys thought about the Jasmine Throne down below. So comment. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for coming. And I will see you guys on Twitter for our next book club pick that you guys will be voting on. So, better put this down. Bye, guys.